otherwise, good sir. You take that back.
Yeah, but that was an efficient bridge. That was a beautiful, efficient bridge.
And it was also 200 years ago. I don't think we've learned... In fact, I think the British might have unlearned a little bit since then. But let's get into history a little bit later, because the round has started. Valutaja is on McCree. Winghaven once again on his tank. Reinhardt. KYB on Reaper. Unfixed again. What a joy to watch today, hasn't he been? On Farah. Mort again on Mercy. And Cruz will take up the trusty position as Lucio, defending at Big Girls.
Yeah, and the offensive team, again, a very aggressive lineup. Pretty standard out of Route 66. You don't generally run an offensive Reinhardt. You prefer to take the Winston because you've got to take over Big Earl's diner. Numlocked is trying to do just that as he jumps in. The team does go full aggressive here. Artier trying to snipe away as well on that Genji. But again, Unfixed is just getting huge amounts of damage down. It's going to be up to Bromas to shoot him out the sky. Payload is inching forward, and it looks like both teams just jockeying for position right now, though.
So I really like this from Bromas. Unfixed, I mean, we spent, like, all day talking about how if he's unchecked, he does loads of damage, right? Bromas is now the answer to that. He's able to get that hit scan damage off from a distance, and someone is going to have to break ranks to go and deal with Bromas. So I feel like Bromas is the answer to Unfixed on this map, though.
Yeah, definitely a good pick there. Just Unfixed has been so dangerous whenever he's been sort of left alone to do his thing. Artier actually finds a good kill. Unfixed drops the barrage. What can he find, though? Doesn't actually manage to find anything. Gets sniped out the sky. Meanwhile, Artier's been cleaning up on the ground as well. He's trying to hunt down that Reaper. KYB getting onto the point, just buying a little bit of extra time, but will explode in dramatic fashion. The ragdoll going flying there. I absolutely love that. But it's going to be up to how they're going to defend this next point, because this first one is definitely gone.
Creation Esports are doing themselves proud. They found a bit of momentum, and they're absolutely rolling with it at the moment. This is looking very good as the first point is reached in a reasonably quick time. They're looking for a flank. Unfixed doing a good job of just chucking a couple of rockets waywards to say, actually, mate, no, you don't. I've seen where you're coming from.
Yeah, and KOB is going to be watching this tunnel side as well. He's going to try and make sure that no one can go through there. And if they do try and pile through there, he's got a Death Blossom ready and waiting. But does fall off the building, so has to sort of take the long route back up. Meanwhile, the payload is rolling forward. Just 3 people on it, though. If Reunited engage right now, it could be good for them. Winghaven goes in, drops the nurse, gets all 3, will start swinging away, and I imagine there's going to be a few corpses very soon.
Oh, beautiful from KYB, coming in as soon as the Earth Shadow went down, looking for cleanup crew duty. Gets cleanup crew duty, doing a fantastic job. Artier, in the meantime, swinging all over the place with Genji. He goes down, but immediately gets resurrected. Can Reunited keep the pressure up here? I'm not sure. Unfixed on very, very low health. He gets taken out by Artier, and Creation Esports, again, a fantastic fight for them.
Yeah, Mercy went down a little bit early there for Reunited. KOB had a Death Blossom ready, but lost the Reaper duel against Lynx. Again, Lynx is just finding the key kills he needs, and now this is where it gets really difficult to hold this point. Once you start losing control of that tunnel to get back to the point, the run distance is so huge, and Lynx is in such a good spot right now. He's going to be waiting.
Ooh, well, I'm looking forward to this. He's jumping down. He's looking for an opportunity. Won't quite see one. KYB actually going for his first. Amusingly spray painting sorry just after he kills nobody with a Death Blossom. But hey, we'll let that slide for now. And Bromas once again is on effectively cleanup duty from afar. He just backs away, not allowing anyone within melee distance. And he's doing so much damage, dude.
Yeah, that was a really good disengage. Just massive shout out to Toxic there. But Unfixed finds a double kill before getting taken out, and that might just not be enough as Artier draws the Dragon Blade and does clean up. But yeah, that fight, KYB could have had so much value, but Toxic just had the presence of mind, put the speed boost on, and like I said earlier, just runs away from that Reaper, and all he can do is apologize after that, apparently.
Sorry.
I
hear him in Warlock voice, by the way. Sorry. Now that's, that is, I think, the first time in an engagement, correct me if I'm wrong, where Unfixed has openly acknowledged Bromas being able to pick Farah out. So he took Bromas out with his ultimate, and then he switched off, and he's now on Tracer. What do we make of this on the final point? Better?
Much better. Farah cannot do things in here. But meanwhile, Lynx has actually picked up a quadra kill. He found 4 kills, and they've got a good Death Blossom off, cleaned up the rest of the team. This is going to be a really fierce time if this continues. About 6 minutes. Is it 6 minutes? No, it's 9 minutes, isn't it? Total time on
Dude, they're going to get held 2 meters from the end. What are you talking about? Bad parking. Remember, never forget.
Oh, true enough. Creation Esports cannot park, but they can hold a point, apparently, and they can make good comebacks. Tactical Visor does come out, though. No, I had a Tactical Visor. No, it wasn't a Tactical Visor, but Valentine Valutagia declares it's high noon. Valutagia a scary McCree, but won't find many value targets on this, I think. Dracaeus hiding behind the point, getting low.
Dracaeus hasn't seen Unfixed. That was the problem. Unfixed just waltzed straight up behind him and unloaded 2 guns worth of ammunition into her back. That cannot have been pleasant whatsoever. And that actually gives them the mercy kill. So Creation Esports at the moment fighting, but I have to say Reunited have a little bit of a second wind in them now, and that was very much needed from them.
Yeah, they really need to hold on this final point. KOB dueling with Link, so wisely pulls away right now. There's no reason to overextend. Just wait for these valuable ultimates, because right now Reunited definitely have that in their favor, and they've got to make the most out of that. They've got to make sure that Lynx doesn't get another cleanup kill, as well as Winghaven starts to push the issue. Unfixed goes in the back, finds a bomb, does manage to get the kill, and KOB also helping finish everything off.
Mort and Cruz, both supports actually on the side of Reunited, now have their ultimates available. They're not going to be using the Resurrect though, just waiting for everyone to go ahead and respawn and use them in the next team fight. On the side though of Creation Esports, Bromas and Lynx both with ultimates available, so that's an awful lot of damage being dealt to counter the ultimates from the support. This is going to be a very interesting battle.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely huge. There's the tactical vibes coming out from Bromas. What can he find, though? It's just Winghaven in his sights right now. He does start tracking down Cruz and Valutagia. Valutagia's going to go down, but Lynx is still dealing damage. Lynx gets 2. There's the Resurrect, but Lynx has Death Blossom ready to go. There it goes. Finds even more kills. Eventually gets cleaned up by Unfixed, however, on that front line.
Very, very good. Ouch! Flashbang from behind from Artia also takes out his opposite number. And Creation Esports are looking very, very good now, pushing the payload ever so slightly further. But of course, the distance from spawn means that Reunited will be able to defend one more time. Yeah,
they have about one more good shot, and they do have a bro shield as well. Cruz with the sound barrier is going to be ready to go. That's it. Artier does have a high noon. Can he find the value targets there? Winghaven gets on. No, doesn't get under the barrier just in time. And we are playing on 60 tick, by the way, so no excuses there being out of position. Doesn't go down. And oh, God, the damage. Artier and Lynx are just cleaning up.
Very nice. A shield to the face prevents high noon. That was going to be the initiator as far as Reunited were concerned. And, yeah. Very, very well shut down from Numlock there. I think that was a very nice play because it could have been the start of a swing, and they said absolutely not. So 6 minutes, 32 seconds now appears to be the time set, and I think I'm going to have to start using my stopwatch. Ooh.
Ooh.
How exciting.
So yes, we are using stopwatch rule sets to break the tiebreaker system. So basically the way it works is if they don't make it to the end, then we use the same system that ranked used, which is distance space. But when they do make it to the end, we determine who wins and loses by how fast they did it. It's a system that I personally really like. You don't end up with those awkward sudden deaths that are going to be going away very soon as well. I can't wait for them to go because they are a little bit silly, shall we say. And I think this is just a really good way of resolving it. It rewards teams for playing well, playing coordinated, and getting all the way to the end.
Yep, just a very solid effort from Creation. I'd like to give props to Reunited for the way that they held back on the last push. Creation had so much momentum behind them, and Reunited really blunted that for a good 2 to 3 minutes. And that, I mean, otherwise Creation would have had an ungodly fast time, right, on Route 66, and Reunited would be really hard-pressed to beat that. So as it stands, yes, this time is fast. No, it is not unbeatable.
Yeah, Route 66 is one of those maps where if you do lose control of it, it can just snowball out insanely quickly. It can just be really, really a big ask to defenders for a long time. I think that third point is where you can really, really knuckle down and buy yourself a lot of time. But
Winghaven's painting back in spawn by the looks of things.
Ooh, Winghaven.
Couple of hammer marks next to the Route 66 sign. Not really anything, not really anything revolutionary. I wouldn't exactly call him the next Picasso just yet. I'm going to be taking a look at Lynx and then possibly swapping onto Bromas as we start things off. We're going to go ahead and start the timer as well. Here we go. 6 minutes 32.
The defensive Genji as well is going to be looking for a lot of backline harassment damage. Going to be looking to just finish things off. KOB, of course, is counterpart on the opposite side, but I've got to say, Lynx has been getting the better of him so far. As Valutagia already sneaking around, KOB also being very aggressive. The double flanker lineup going to be super aggro. Dracaeus is going to have to watch his back all the way through this fight.
All right. Question for you, Ohm. Unfixed, abandoning Farah by the looks of things, going himself as Soldier 76. I really like this choice. What do you think? Because he's such a good Farah.
I kind of like it as well. Like, I think this is a good option. It's just a very stable pick as well. You've got to be cautious that the enemy team isn't running a soldier themselves. It can really shut you down. As KOB gets first blood, Bromas will go down nice and quickly. Winghaven, unfortunately misses the charge. That's a very early res as well. Just picks Bromas up. So only one person getting brought back to the fight here is Winghaven. Finding kill after kill. This Reinhardt is going off. The hot-blooded Spaniard that Winghaven is just landing so much hurt.
Ooh. And a leap coming back from Numlock by the looks of things, but he's going to get taken out just before he's able to touch the ground. Unfixed right now, still continuing to do so much damage. Where are the players that are flanking? Balutage has actually been pegged back by Lynx for most of that engagement. He does win the duel, but it does mean he wasn't able to engage the rest of the team. He doesn't need it, though, because Reunited are moving forward.
Yeah, Reunited just cleaned up there. The damage just came through in all the right places at the right time, and no one dealt with that Reinhardt just swinging away, just mincing everyone. And this canyon is so dangerous. Valitaja lands the stick on Dracaeus, and he goes down. Meanwhile, Winghaven takes Numlock for a ride. They just went miles there, didn't actually manage to find the pin, just skidded off those sloped surfaces that do dot that little canyon. Bromas draws out the tac visor, but Toxic and Lynx are going to take him out, so no value off the back of that. There's the Resurrector, and Unfixed in a really good position right now.
Big from Lynx, taking out Unfixed just as he was popping his tactical visor, so there is one less ultimate on the side of Reunited here, but they successfully repel. Numlock coming in with Dracaeus, and he has got Primal Rage, currently just stalling for as much time on the point as possible. Dracaeus does fall, so eventually they will be able to continue moving.
Yeah, it was really important as well that Dracaeus fell first. He was charging up his ultimate. If they kept dealing damage to that Winston, then the Resurrect will be able to come in and buy them even more time, and time is, of course, what matters. There's the clearing the area, but there was just no value off there. I think Valitaji actually just managed to stop Archer mid-Death Blossom, unless I missed something. No, Unfixed must have fired his.
Yeah, exactly. Unfixed would have fired his off, and basically we had ultimates everywhere, and Unfixed just about managing to come off the better in that engagement. Bromas, in the meantime, he's got Death Blossom available, and he did a really good job picking off a headshot onto Mort, actually, to start that engagement off. So Mort on Mercy, of course, a little bit trickier, and currently at about 60% HP flying around. Here's the High Noon.
Yeah, the High Noon coming out.
Doesn't know where to look.
There's not too much value off the back. They were in really good positions. Reunited had such good placement there. KOB slashes him down. Though Mort goes down in the back as well, so no Mercy Res available for the next fight. That frees Lynx up to draw the Dragon Blade, but will get slapped down by Unfixed. Unfixed doing such a good job in this fight. His positioning was absolutely ace. He managed to find a really good angle, got a lot of damage onto Numlock on that Reinhardt, and just managed to deal so much hurt during that fight that it's no big surprise that Reunited managed to take it. Now it starts to get really difficult. You've got to get out through this tiny little choke point, and there's a Reaper and a Genji just waiting for you to clump up, and Valitaja as well. That bomb could be huge.
We're coming close, actually, to the point where Creation Esports have to be genuinely quite worried. We're reaching the second point. Hang on a second, we have ultimates flying everywhere. Still 3 minutes left to go, though, so we need Creation to try and stall this out a little bit longer for them to be comfortable.
Yeah, KOAB got a huge amount of value there off the Dragon Blade, and Winghaven, of course, ties it up after the Resurrect, just waits patiently for it to come out, drops the hammer, and brings everyone down. So good time coming out. Reunited pushing forward aggressively, trying to take control of the truck, trying to take over this little sort of, I don't know, narrow little canyon space in here. The tiny little area you've got to fight in over while 3 people keep that payload moving. Time is ticking away, and they've got to go quick here. This is where you can really stall out in Route 66.
Yeah, and they have to stall out as well. There's still 2 minutes and 23 seconds available. So basically, that means there's going to be, what? I'd say 3 good pushes coming out here from Reunited, and Creation have to stall our defeat every single one here. Valutaja looking for damage on the back, using the moving platform to his advantage, actually. He's hunting for McCree, doesn't quite get it, but manages to pick Archie off with a little bit of help from his friends.
Yeah, KOAB comes in with the cleanup. What I'm watching here is Unfixed. Can Unfixed find the Death Blossom? Dracaeus manages to dash away, but does he have the res? No, it's 99%, 100%. The Resurrect should come out any second. No, I don't think the corpses vanishes just in time. That's huge right now. There's the res coming up, but it only gets Bromas, I think. Unfixed still has a Death Blossom. Lynx fires off his, doesn't manage to find the value he wants. There's Unfixed trying off exactly the same thing happens on the other side. Does manage to take out Dracaeus in the back there. And Numlock, can he do it with that? But KOAB coming in with a Dragon Blade.
Yeah, that's right. KYB trying to do his best to clean up. Still 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining, by the way. So if we're able to clean up now, it's not even going to be close. Doing a fantastic job. Diva coming in to stall. And, I mean, this is so close. If we take a look at the spot, we know exactly where the payload has to go. And it's going to get there with 1 minute and 16 seconds remaining, ladies and gentlemen. Reunited will successfully push further, faster.
Yeah, that was very close. Like, Reunited opened up this series in such a decisive fashion. I'm going to bring us back to lobby. Of course, we don't want to do sudden death. We know who won game. Yep. We figured that out ourselves. We don't want your silly coin flip system. But
Wow.
The story of this was Reunited opened the gates. They were huge. They looked untouchable. They completely held the first point in Kings Row. They got pushed to the hangar on Watch Point Gibraltar and held it there. And then Creation have just been turning it on more and more and more. But Reunited now clawing themselves back into the fight, giving themselves a slight advantage. They're up 3-2 in the series. Just match point for Reunited. Where are Creation going to take us next?
I just realized that as I update